Good morning, everybody. Meteorologist Hunter Forst here. Welcome to the Weather Desk, the show where we talk about today's top weather headlines. And of course, we have a few things going on across the country. We have severe weather going off around the upper Midwest. That's going to be going on today. There's a tornado threat as well, even a severe storm threat in areas around the East Coast. We have wildfires to talk about over in Utah, California. We'll also give you the drought update. Then we also have some major heat and storms on the way for Hampton Roads. Feels like temperatures in the triple digits for some of us as we head into the next couple of days. We do have a weather impact alert heading into Thursday and Friday. We'll talk about that as we head towards the end of the show. But first, for several days now, several states across the Midwest and South have been dealing with severe weather. Reed Binion has a look at the aftermath.
I heard something big fall. This tree from across the street fell into our yard.
Residents in parts of Kansas dealing with the aftermath of severe storms that brought down power poles, trees, and debris and caused extensive damage. The winds strong enough to blow over semis on the interstate. Kansas also seeing heavy rain and flash flooding. Crews rescuing several people after cars got stranded in high water in Topeka early Tuesday.
The whole car got picked up and moved into the woods and stuff.
Into a billboard sign. That's the only way we got stuck. That's the only reason why we didn't keep moving into the river.
More flash flooding in neighboring Missouri, where floodwater filled the yards of several homes and led to street closures.
It just kept raising and raising, and I was like, I don't know what to do. It's hitting the front and the back of the house.
Torrential rain also led to extreme flooding in parts of Indiana, prompting evacuations in at least one area.
I've been doing this nearly 30 years. This is the first time that I've witnessed something like this.
Floodwaters sweeping up this propane tank, which spewed vapor as it rushed downstream. To the south, Alabama also got drenched early this week. Heavy rain triggering massive flooding that washed out roads and prompted at least one high water rescue. I'm Reed Binion reporting.
And again, this system has been slamming the Midwest and South for days. But is the severe weather threat over? Here's how things are shaping up for those regions this morning. Unfortunately, we are going to see some more severe weather on the table as we go through the next couple of days. Here's a look at the satellite and radar right now. Seeing a few showers and storms in northern Wisconsin, but nothing severe out there right now. A few showers around northern Virginia, West Virginia, up through Pennsylvania. But here's a look at the severe weather threat for today. We are under a level 3 risk for a lot of people, pretty much the entire state of Wisconsin under a level 3 risk, Chicago included in that as well, parts of eastern Iowa down through northern Missouri, and parts of Kansas City under that severe weather risk for the day today. A level 2 around Minneapolis, Omaha, St. Louis on the cusp of that level 1 threat, and that level 1 threat extending all the way over towards New York, all of Pennsylvania, New Jersey, down into northern Virginia, Ohio, and parts of North Carolina as well. But that tornado risk is over towards Wisconsin, Iowa, parts of Illinois, Chicago under a small tornado risk for today, but still a potential. But if you take a look at Waterloo, Green Bay, Milwaukee, a fairly large tornado threat as we go through the day today, up to around a level 3 threat, 10% chance in areas around central Wisconsin, eastern Iowa, parts of northern Illinois as we head later into this afternoon and evening. And you see these hatch marks. That means that there's the potential to see EF2 tornadoes or stronger. So some of these, again, could be on the stronger side as we head into the next couple of hours, or at least heading into this afternoon and evening. Also have the potential to see some strong gusty winds, some damaging winds as we head into this afternoon and evening for pretty much all of Wisconsin, northern Illinois, and parts of Iowa as well. Could see some gustier winds in areas around the mid-Atlantic and parts of the Northeast. But also the hail potential, some large hail possible for some of us here in Wisconsin, parts of Illinois, Iowa, northern Missouri, and Kansas City included in that, Minneapolis as well. So pretty much every severe weather threat on the table for this region as we head into today. Tornadoes, hail, and some strong gusty winds. Tomorrow, pretty much the same deal, a level 3 threat for similar areas. Chicago, this time this includes areas in Michigan. They're also under a level 2 threat. Same deal around St. Louis, up towards western Iowa. And then heading into Thursday, a level 2 threat for parts of New England, Connecticut, New York, down through us here in Hampton Roads. Of course, we'll talk about that as we head into the end of the show. But that's the severe weather threat for today. But next, strong winds are helping fuel wildfires out west. A look at the progress crews are making putting out the flames. Welcome back. Strong winds are fueling massive wildfires in Northern California. So far, it has burned more than 800 acres and is just 25% contained. Esteban Renanzo has a look at the progress crews are making in Yolo County.
Wind gusts near Winters fueling the flames of the Puda fire.
We were challenged overnight with very strong and gusty winds, and we had some areas where the fire had slopped over some of our dozer or hand crew lines.
Jason Clay with the CAL FIRE Sonoma Lake Napa unit says this fire that had evacuation warnings at one point was a priority to get under control. What started as a prescribed burn, the Puda fire jumped containment lines Monday morning.
This is the edge of the Puda fire burn scar right behind me here. This is near Winters, and this is exactly what fire crews don't want to happen. Right now, they're focused on getting this fire under control while also preparing for any more sparks that may start more fires.
We have the red flag warning conditions that are going to be in the area tomorrow, so we want to get this, get our containment up.
CAL FIRE keeping a close eye on this fire while getting ready to launch strike teams wherever and whenever needed.
Can pre-position resources. Sometimes we'll have strike teams of engines that are in a region that could be utilized for initial attack on any new fire.
CAL FIRE isn't alone in their preparation.
Yeah, really what we're seeing is a lot of wind. That's really the primary factor in driving these public safety power shutoffs.
Jeff Smith with PG&E says these shutoffs will impact nearly 5,000 customers total from Colusa and Napa counties to Tehama and Yolo counties.
We're already seeing these windy conditions with hot temperatures and really dry vegetation, which is why we decided that we needed to put plans in place to potentially call for this public safety power shutoff.
The PSPSs are expected to last until Thursday. CAL FIRE says if anything pops up, they'll be ready.
And between the hand crews and the dozers, they've been able to do extra control lines. So everything's getting fortified right now.
Firefighters in Utah are also working to put out a wildfire. This is a look at conditions west of Salt Lake City. So far, the South Mountain fire has burned nearly 2,000 acres and is 40% contained. And drought conditions are helping fuel those fires in the west. The new drought monitor is expected to be released tomorrow morning. But here's a look at the latest drought monitor for us here in Hampton Roads. We are seeing a little bit of improvement compared to last week. We do have still a moderate to severe drought for pretty much the entire region. But the extreme drought has lessened a bit for some of us in northern and central Virginia. Still fairly large in North Carolina, but parts of the south side under that moderate drought. Same in eastern North Carolina, but this orangey color here is that severe drought. So Norfolk, Hampton, Franklin, Williamsburg, all of the eastern shore, all included in that drought. And as we take again a look at North Carolina, parts around Asheville, Charlotte under that severe to moderate drought, extreme drought for parts of Raleigh. Down into Florida, still an extreme to exceptional drought, but it certainly has improved over the last couple of weeks, but still need a lot of water. Not looking too bad in parts of Alabama and Mississippi. Off towards the west, Salt Lake City, here in Utah, an extreme drought for much of the state. So they're under either a severe or extreme drought for pretty much Salt Lake City down through central Utah and into southern Utah. And over towards California, though, not looking too bad out there right now. Just moderately dry for pretty much the state, or at least for half the state, and not even moderately drought or moderately dry for parts of San Francisco down through Los Angeles. So California for right now, not looking too bad in terms of drought conditions, but of course, they still have those fires they got to fight. Next, high swells are dragging big crowds to the beaches on the West Coast. We'll hear from surfers braving through the rough conditions. Plus, meteorological summer has begun. Just what exactly does that mean? We'll explain coming up. The heat and high surf are drawing big crowds to the beach in Southern California, but those swells can be dangerous if you don't know what you're doing. Michelle Gile heard from surfers in Newport Beach.
It was a wild day at the Wedge in Newport Beach.
Tons of waves, huge waves.
Wow, amazing. Those waves are huge.
Massive surf, some sets as high as 24 feet rolled in on cue, and so did a few thousand spectators who lined the sand to watch the show.
I've never seen anything like this. It's insane today.
Stay out unless you're really, really experienced.
Oh yeah, they have to be a little bit insane, but they're entertaining for us to watch, so I love it.
Just me right now. Yeah, my buddies were too scared to come out.
Ryan Hill was one of the few daring body surfers who rode the mountainous waves.
It's gnarly, dude. So much moving water. You take it to the head, you're just going around. It's gnarly.
Like being in a washing machine.
Just like that, getting ragdolled out there.
Extra Newport Beach lifeguards were on duty. The rescue boat patrolled the hot spots. Around noon, a body surfer who was caught in a rip current and needed some help jumped onto the boat at the wedge. The swells pounding south-facing beaches even created waves to ride inside of Newport Harbor, something that doesn't happen much. About a mile north at the Balboa Pier, thrill seekers couldn't contain their excitement.
I was going to surf this morning, but then I saw that we had this massive swell the size of America coming down from the south, and I was like, I gotta get out there.
Costa Mesa's Joey Santos was ready for the 12-footers at the pier. Is it scary?
No, I feel like if you know what you're doing, it's just a playground out here.
Some wild stuff out there, and if you're ever caught in a rip current, here's what you should do. First of all, what even is a rip current? Well, waves break near the shoreline and water piles up between the breaking waves and the beach, and then you see an outflow of that water pushing you out to sea. It's a strong, narrow current flowing outward from the beach through the surf zone and can reach speeds 1 to 2 feet per second, since some have been measured at 8 feet per second. So it could be super, super strong. And it doesn't matter how strong you are as a swimmer, you got to be careful getting into the water. You don't want to fight the current, and you want to swim parallel to the shore until you're outside of that rip current. If you are heading to the beach today, temperatures will be in the mid to upper 80s to right around 90 degrees, partly to mostly cloudy skies. UV index at a moderate today, and same with that rip current at a moderate. Water temperatures 69 degrees, surf height at around 2 to 3 feet. And if you are heading into the water today, you're taking out the boat, we're going to see waves at around 2 feet for the Chesapeake Bay and the Atlantic Ocean. Low tide today at 11:07 a.m. High tide is at 5:30. We do have a small craft advisory in effect for the Virginia Beach area after 4 o'clock today. So if you're going out after work, you want to keep that in mind. But overall, not looking too bad if you are heading out on the boat this afternoon. We'll be back after the break to talk about what we can expect for Hampton Roads. Temperatures are going to be picking up, and we do have the potential for some severe weather. I'll talk about that coming up in just a couple of minutes. If you couldn't tell by the forecast, meteorological summer has begun. Taylor Stephenson breaks down what that means and what we can expect in the months ahead.
If you're ready for summer, I have some good news. Summer has already begun, at least by my meteorological calendar. June 1st marked the start of meteorological summer. The summer most people are familiar with, known as astronomical summer, doesn't begin until June 21st this year. So what's the difference? Meteorological summer is based on the annual temperature cycle. June signifies a transition from the milder spring temperatures to the hotter summer days. So meteorologists designate June 1st as the start of the summer season. Astronomical summer is determined by Earth's position as it orbits the sun. The astronomical summer season begins on the summer solstice, the longest day of the year, which falls on June 20th, June 21st, or June 22nd. Meteorologists also prefer June 1st because it keeps the seasons neatly organized. Astronomical seasons can vary in length. Meteorological seasons, however, are divided into 3-month blocks. That means meteorological summer runs from June through August. Meteorological fall begins on September 1st. Meteorological winter starts on December 1st, and meteorological spring arrives on March 1st. For 13 News Now, I'm meteorologist Taylor Stephenson.
And Hampton Roads is already heating up. Today, temperatures will tick back up to around 90 degrees, and they're going to stay there for a bit, especially heading into tomorrow and Friday. Going to be even hotter than this. 90 degrees heading into this afternoon, partly sunny, chance for an isolated shower or storm, but feels like temperatures in the mid-90s as we head later into this afternoon. But it gets worse. By Thursday and Friday, feels like temperatures in the triple digits. 101 on Thursday, 105 on Friday. Dew points are going to be in the low 70s both days, so it's just going to be super muggy. And you pair that with air temperatures in the mid-90s, you get feels like temperatures well above 100 degrees, and that's exactly what we're going to see. The moment you step outside, you're going to be feeling the air pressing against your skin. And the reason why we have these feels like temperatures is because when it is so muggy outside like that and you have high dew points, it's much harder for your sweat to evaporate from your body, and that's what helps you cool down. You're sweating and that evaporates, that cools you down, but when it's super muggy outside, it's harder for your body to do that. So you have these feels like temperatures and your body feels hotter than what it is outside. That's why you have those feels like temperatures. Here's a look at our sky view outside right now. It's a bit of a cloudy start to the day, but temperatures are warm. We're in the upper 70s already, mid-70s around Elizabeth City and Chesapeake, pushing 80 in Norfolk and Virginia Beach, 78 degrees there in both spots, 77 in Newport News, 79 in Suffolk this morning, and dew points already creeping up to the 70-degree mark. You'll be feeling that stepping out the door this morning, heading off to work. Satellite radar not looking too bad out there right now, just seeing partly to mostly cloudy skies. A few showers off towards our north, but other than that, not looking too bad. Here's a look at our Wednesday outlook. Heading into this afternoon, we'll be in the lower 90s, upper 80s for some of us, staying dry through much of the day, but heading later into this evening, between 6 and 9 o'clock, a chance we could see a few showers and storms rolling on through. Not everybody will see it, but the potential is there. By Thursday morning, a chance for a few showers off towards the north. Most of us waking up in the lower 80s. It's going to be another mild start to the day. Heading into the afternoon, we're in the upper 80s to low 90s, eventually getting into the mid 90s. For some of us, it's going to be very hot for Thursday. Thursday night, another round of showers and storms possible. Again, not everybody will see it. Those could linger heading into early Friday morning around 1, 2 o'clock. We could see a few showers and storms rolling on through. Should be dry waking up Friday morning in the mid to upper 70s. By the afternoon, should be looking pretty good. Heading into Friday evening, Friday night, we're still dry. But again, late Friday into early Saturday morning, could see another round of showers and storms rolling on in. Here's a look at the severe weather potential Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Today, not a huge risk. There is a level 1 out of 5, this area here in green for a severe storm. Not a big risk. If you do see one, gusty winds the main threat, but we're looking good for parts of the south side and into eastern North Carolina. But the threat does go up over the next couple of days. For Thursday, we're under a level 2 out of 5 threat for parts of the northern area of the south side. So Norfolk, parts of Virginia Beach included in this, off towards the peninsulas along the 95 corridor. And then on Friday, that severe weather threat or the level 2 threat shifts a little bit further down to the south. So eastern North Carolina, level 1. Virginia, a level 2 threat. Pretty much the state line off towards the north. So Norfolk, Virginia Beach, Franklin, Williamsburg, Melfa, along with the 95 corridor, all included in that severe weather threat. So we do have a weather impact alert for Thursday evening, and Friday night, for the potential to see some strong gusty winds, downpours, maybe even some hail as well. So you're going to want to stay weather aware as we go through the next couple of days. Again, not everybody will see a severe storm, but that threat is there. So that's why you just want to pay attention as we go through the rest of the work week. Today, not bad, just hot. 90 in Norfolk, 89 in Virginia Beach, 83 in Cape Charles, 89 in Gloucester, 91 in Hampton today. It'll be 90 in Hertford, 85 in Kill Devil Hills. Tonight, mild, mid to low 70s. 74 in Norfolk, 72 in Virginia Beach, 72 in Cape Charles, 73 in Gloucester tonight. It'll be 75 in Hertford, 73 degrees in Manio. As we take a look at the day tomorrow, another hot one, a mix of sun and clouds, looking like we'll see a bit more sunshine compared to today, and it's going to be hotter. So if you're outdoors for a longer period of time, want to make sure you have plenty of water, some shade, some sunscreen. Mid-90s, feeling like the triple digits, a chance for a shower or thunderstorm heading into the evening. Again, some of which could be strong to severe. That's why we have the weather impact alert for both Thursday and Friday. But then by the weekend, not much of relief. We're going to be in the lower 90s, 92 on Saturday, 93 on Sunday, and even heading into next week, going to be staying hot. But remember, you can always get the latest news, traffic, and weather on the Go on the 13 News Now app. Scan the QR code on your screen to download the app now. It's free on the App Store and Google Play. I appreciate you joining me today on the Weather Desk. We'll be back here again tomorrow at 9 o'clock. Enjoy the rest of your day.